Hi everybody, this is Bob with another audio tutorial. In this video, we're going to take a look at removing unwanted acoustic string noise. Now I have a track pulled up here by Tony Gallo, fantastic guitar player, and I'll put a link in the description to his website. But in this track, we used a high-quality condenser mic to pull this traditional acoustic guitar kind of out of the darkness. But one side effect to doing that is that bright-sounding microphone also got some of the offending acoustic string noise. So we want to try to reduce that. You notice I didn't say remove it. I said we want to remove the unwanted, because acoustic guitar, when you hear it played, naturally it has some finger, string noise, fret noise. That's natural, and that's just, you expect to hear that. So you don't want to try to remove it. And if you did, you'd probably kill the tone of the guitar anyway. It kind of reminds me of the first time that I tried to remove all of the breath noise in a vocal. And, you know, it sounded better when I had the vocal part soloed up, but it really didn't work in the track because you expect a vocalist to breathe, right? So the breath just sounded natural. So, and I think the same thing happens here with string and fret noise. Let me play a little piece of it here, and you'll see what I'm talking about with this offending string noise on this guitar. Let me solo this up. Right there, did you hear that squeak? Let me play it again. That's the kind of noise we want to try to reduce, not remove. So let me just take you through my process. There's lots of ways to do this with side chaining and EQ and so forth, but I'm going to show you my process. Maybe it'll help you out. If you guys have any ideas on how you do it, please feel free to comment and let us know what you're doing. But here you go. Let me start with, I'm going to pull up an EQ. But I'm working in Logic Pro 10, by the way, but you know, this process will work in any DAW that you're working on. Try to find something that has an analyzer. Logic has a frequency analyzer here in an EQ, so I'm just going to turn that on, and that'll give us a graphic display. So you can see the frequencies popping up here, so that's going to help us out. So with the analyzer on, I'm going to take a look and see if I can find a spike in this frequency to see where that offending frequency actually is. So here we go. So I saw a spike right here. That looks like it's somewhere around 5K or so. So I'm going to move that over there and see if I can boost that frequency a little bit. Yep, I see it right there. It just popped up there. So maybe about there. And I'm going to narrow this Q as narrow as I can get it. And let's see if we can just zero in on here. Okay. Down a bit. I think I may, let me try just a little bit more. Nope, it got less. So I'm going to go back up here to, that was it. So 4350 is that offending frequency right there. So I'm just going to attenuate that frequency, maybe widen the Q out just a little bit. Now, I don't want to get carried away here. You don't want to do something like this because there's lots of good information in this frequency range, so you don't want to kill the tone of the guitar. So that helped out a lot. Now, I'm also seeing another one pop up right here, and it's we'll narrow the Q down here, and we'll see if we can zero in on this one. I think I'm in the right area there. So it's 2250. We've got that one narrowed down, so we're going to attenuate that frequency about the same. Maybe widen it out just a little bit. Let's see what it sounds like. Okay, that's much better. It's still there. You expect it, but we're going to see if we can pull it down just a little bit more by using a Deesser. So one of the things in my chain here that I want to do is I want the compressor to be the last in the chain. So we don't want to compress these offending frequencies, so we EQ'd it out first now, and now I'm going to go grab Any de-esser will work. I'm going to grab Waves de-esser, and we're going to let these two work together here. After I kind of notched out those two offending frequencies, then the next thing in the chain is going to go to this de-esser. And the de-esser has a side chain that I could actually solo up to listen to. I'll let you listen to that. So there's the audio. And now I want to listen to the side chain. So I could sweep around with this and change this frequency here to find the offending frequency. But I already know, because I did this process over here on the EQ, that it's 2400. If you just had one specific frequency that you found that you wanted to attenuate with this de-esser, you could just select that frequency and use the bandpass. But I'm going to select high pass because there's some other, I don't know, call them harmonics, if you will, in the upper registers that are there as well that we're going to pull down a little bit. So I'm using the high pass here, and I don't really need to audition the side chain. So I'm just going to start pulling down the threshold here as it plays. So you can see the red meter here is the attenuation, and I want to get just a little bit more than what this is doing here. And so what you don't want to do is pull this threshold down so far that you start attenuating the regular guitar playing, like so. See, I don't want to do that to where while he's playing the guitar, it's pulling out those frequencies. So I'm just listening for the string noise and trying to pull that out. And there you see, boom, as soon as it had the string noise, it pulled it out. So that setting seems to be working pretty well. Let's go back to the beginning and take another listen. And this is without it. Big difference. And the plugins back off. So there you go, a great way to reduce some of the string noise in an acoustic guitar. Tony hasn't released this song yet. We're not quite done recording it, but I will leave you with the last verse of the song so you can hear what the song sounds like with the rest of the mix. In the meantime, comment and subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Here you go.